All righty. Susie, thank you as always. Excellent job. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to all the panelists. We're here today couldn't think of very many words to say. We're here today to rock your world, okay? So, anyway, a little bit about myself. My name is Marty DeGarmo, 60 years old. I live in New Jersey in the United States. I've been online since 2004. Uh, I wound up on disability, so I thought, well, there's never enough money on disability, so I'll go online and see if I can't find a way to make money. And 10 years of the first 10 years was heartache and money lost. Not only did I not make money, I lost money, I'm sure, a lot of it, and did everything I thought I was supposed to, and it just never seemed to work out. Well, as time went on, I did learn a few skills, learned how to market. I met Mike Ellis and Dan Street about 8, 9 years ago. And all three of us together make a pretty darn good marketer, okay? And we we got into businesses and we started promoting, and we got pretty good at bringing people in. And then we found ourselves on the other end of the spectrum where you're bringing people in and 30, 60 days later, they're quitting. And then you bring in more people in and they're quitting. You bring more, so you bring in 20 and 10 quit. You bring in 40 and 7 quit. And this goes on and on and on, a vicious cycle. And I hated it. Mike hated it. So did Dan, because why are they quitting? It's not mindset. It's not because they don't have a big enough why. It's because they're not making any money. It's really that simple. They're just not making any money. And yeah, I told people right to their face, look, I'm going to help you make money. And I thought I could, and I couldn't. Because why? I can't duplicate what I learned and what Mike and Dan learned, all three of us together, in a couple months. So these people are dragging along with you and you're trying to help them. Now you got 5 to help, then 50, then 500, and it's impossible. Absolutely impossible. It's as bad a feeling for me on the other end when I didn't know how than as it was when I got on and I did know how. Because now I know how, can't bring anybody with me, and then you have to fight to try to bring in more people than you lose. And who wants that? I didn't want that. I didn't think it was anything like that. And I found out from some of the gurus that I met personally, so-called gurus, I got a passive income. It's a bunch of crap. Most of these gurus that are making money, they found a way to bring in people faster than they quit. That's not a residual income. That's being able to dig a hole quicker than you lose. You got a bigger shovel. That's not what we were about. We wanted to help people while we're growing a business, help them grow too. That was the main thing we wanted to do. So about 17, 18 months ago, I honestly thought maybe that business isn't there. And ran into Red and Peter, asked them what they're doing. I knew them from a couple of years before that. And they started explaining this business OnPassive. And I was only looking for 3 or 4 points that I needed to know that this would probably work for us. The one was, can I make money? Can we make money? Yes. Can the people I introduced to it make money? Yes. Does everybody get the same pitch? There's no screwballs, there's no curveball. It's the slow pitch to everybody in the business. Yes. And I went, holy cow. Well, Mike's going to explain to you, Mike Ellis, he does it better than anybody I know, explain this business. And what you're going to find is it's even 10 times better than that. And as time went on and we met the owner, it got better and better and better. So listen to what he's got. There's going to be questions, and you'll probably say, oh my gosh, what is all this? Keep it simple. If you have questions, get back to the person who invited you. There's no pressure here. I didn't like it, and we don't do it. Nobody's going to make you do anything. Our job is to give you the information, and you decide for yourself, because so far, we brought in 220,000 people total into OnPassive, and all of them that I've met so far are the same people. They care about other people. They'd like to make a difference in their life. And after they make a difference in their life, they'd like to help others. That's what I was looking for my whole life. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis, and then we're going to introduce some panelists here that also rock your world. Anyway, thank you, and Mike, it's all yours.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. We've got an international crowd here today, and I just want to welcome all our brothers and sisters around the world here. We're going to talk about OnPassive. It is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. And Marty really answered the two main questions that everybody has. When I come in, can I make money? And if I share this, can the people I share it with make money? And the answer to that is absolutely, yeah, you can make money. You can make pretty good money, and so can the people you share it with. I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you that really have never been done online before. They've never been done online, offline. They've never been done in business before. And it really is unique what Ash Mufareh and his team have done. Now, Ash Mufareh is the CEO of OnPassive, and he has a team in India, about 500 strong. They're in Bangalore and Hyderabad. And these individuals, they're just the best of the best. And what Ash has put together, it truly is remarkable what it'll do for your bottom line. And you're probably here for a couple of reasons. One, someone asked you to come and listen to this webinar, and they're a good friend, and you said yes. The other reason might be because you heard about OnPassive, you're here, and you're looking for a way to really take care of that bottom line and start to bring in a residual income. I think we're going to get you over that bar. And if you're here, not quite realizing what you're going to hear, when I'm done, I think you're going to get pretty excited, not about us as people involved with OnPassive, but what OnPassive can do for you. And I'm gonna explain OnPassive through my eyes as I came into OnPassive and started to look at it. And originally, I was invited to a webinar to listen to Ash Mufareh. And I came in and I listened to the webinar, and I really didn't get it. and after a very short period of time, I just turned it off. I didn't get it. But there was something there that Ash talked about that kept me coming back. And it was really intriguing. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I came back and listened again, and then I listened again, and then I listened again. And as I listened to Ash, and everything that he was talking about kind of unfolded for me. It was just absolute genius. And as I look back at what I heard from Ash, there were some concepts that as Ash got them across to me, I was just in. And I want to share those concepts with you. And they're very, very simple. But when you put the concepts together and you see how they mesh together, and how they can work for all of us, it's a really, really powerful thing. So the first thing that I saw as Ash talked was this is a self-funding business. This is not a program. This is a business. Again, OnPassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. But it is a self-funding business. And as you come in, you will pay once. You will never have to go out of pocket again. Now, I've been in a lot of businesses online over the last 12 years. That's about how long I've been doing this. And I can tell you every business that I was in, they took money monthly and they never stopped. And they take as much as they can get. And you never make any money. That is not OnPassive. You will come into OnPassive, you will pay once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. Absolutely love that aspect of OnPassive. The second thing that I heard, as you come in and start your business, OnPassive is going to force you to be successful. And what does that mean? They're going to force you to make money. And when I heard that, I really didn't believe it. I didn't think anybody could say that and it actually be true. But as I started to look at the numbers of OnPassive, how Ash had structured the company, how Ash had structured the payment plan of OnPassive, and I started to understand the numbers, it is true. Ash can actually say that. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to give you a shovel and have you dig ditches and pay you to do that. No. OnPassive, as we look at these four concepts, it is a totally automated business. Doesn't mean it's passive, but it is a totally automated business. OnPassive is going to do this for us. And as I looked at the numbers, as I looked at the structure of OnPassive, I absolutely love that second that second concept of OnPassive, they are going to force you to be successful. They are going to force you to make money. Now, the third thing is something that Marty, Dan, and I have done for years, and that's the traffic part of OnPassive. And we know if you can't get good qualified eyes in front of what you're doing that come in, love it, join, and pay, you're just not going to be successful. And the third thing OnPassive is going to do for all of us is drive traffic. And this is such a critical point for everything that OnPassive does. And as you look at the traffic OnPassive is going to be driving, they are better than anything I've seen, Marty, Dan have seen, and we've been doing this a very long time. But the kind of numbers that OnPassive comes up with, it's just extraordinary. And I really want to give you a feel for the volume that OnPassive is going to be driving for all of us. And it's really, really important because the volume, it affects all of us. OnPassive about 4 or 5 months ago decided they were going to test their traffic sources. And what they did is they just cranked on the traffic, and they had a goal of bringing in 1 million opt-ins. They did not put a time frame on this. They just said, whatever it is, if it's 3 months, if it's 6 months, if it's a year, whatever it is, we're going to crank it, and we're going to see how good this traffic is. And in 4 days, OnPassive brought in 1 million opt-ins. Now, if you're new to OnPassive, if you're new to the online ecosystem, bringing 1 million opt-ins in 4 days is unheard of. I've been doing this a very, very long time, and when I saw what OnPassive had done, I was in, because nobody does that. And here's the kicker. OnPassive is an AI company, artificial intelligence. When they started to drive their traffic 4 or 5 months ago, they did not use the artificial intelligence they have today. And when you combine the artificial intelligence with the traffic and you put those two things together, I believe they can bring in 1 million opt-ins, not in 4 days, but in 2 days, in 1 day, perhaps 12 hours. And then you calculate that out over the course of a year. How much traffic is that they're going to be bringing in for us as those individuals that are participating with OnPassive? I don't know what the number is. I haven't figured it out, but it's a really, really big number. And all of this benefits us as those individuals participating with OnPassive. Those three things alone, they were just absolutely awesome. I mean, unbelievable. But there was one other thing that once Ash started to talk about it, it was integral in everything that OnPassive is doing, and that's the customer side. Customers, as they look at the products of OnPassive, they will come in, they will use the products, they will pay a monthly fee, and they will love these products. These products are built from the ground up. It's brand new technology, built from the ground up, proprietary, and it is cutting edge technology. The products of OnPassive are better than anything that's online today. And as OnPassive launches to the world, and they're scheduled to launch this year, 2020, customers will flock in to use the products of OnPassive because they are better. Why? They'll come in because, number one, it makes their job easier. And if you're anything like me, if I can find a product that makes my job easier, more efficient, I'm going to use it. And then these products, because they're so good, they will make that bottom line even better. And these products will be used by, I believe, everybody in the world, either as a business solution or a personal solution, whether it's K through 12, whether it's colleges, whether it's small, medium, large size businesses, whether it is government, they will use these products. Let's talk just a little bit about the products. The products are originally, OnPassive started out with an automated marketing platform. And in the automated marketing platform were all the tools we have to market online. I mean, all of them, whether it's a server, whether it's a page builder, whether it's a funnel builder, whether it's a communication module, whether it's traffic. All the tools we use online are in this automated marketing platform under one umbrella. They are proprietary, they are superior, they are cutting edge, they are the best of the best. All of the products of OnPassive are like the automated marketing platform. If Ash Mufareh couldn't bring a product online that was far superior than what was already there, he would not do it. And the individuals in India, Bangalore and Hyderabad, these guys are the best of the best. They are the cream of the crop. And when Ash tells them to develop something, they get extremely excited and they throw it out there and work it until it's where Ash wants it to be. But these products are the best of the best. When you add these four things together, self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customer is king. This is an automated system that Ash has come up with. And then when you add the volume that OnPassive is going to be driving through this automated business, it is just going to be unbelievable what it does for us, those individuals that are participating with OnPassive. So how do you participate with OnPassive? Today, there is a position. It is a founding position. It is a $97 position. You can come in, pay the $97, and you are in OnPassive. You are not only locked into the company of OnPassive, you are locked into the pay structure of OnPassive, which is even more important because that's how we get paid. As a founding member, that's what the $97 does. It locks you in OnPassive. Now, as a founding member, you can build a team. It is not necessary because with the four concepts I talked about, it is an automated system. You do not have to do anything else but come in and participate. But if you're an individual that's a team builder and you have people that you can share this with to bring in your team, there are some tangible benefits to that. But again, you do not have to do that. As you come in and pay the $97, you're locked in. So as OnPassive launches to the world, how do we all come into OnPassive? OnPassive, as it launches, we will all come into OnPassive as a customer, okay? When you come into OnPassive, when we look at the pay structure of OnPassive, there are four membership levels. You have to come in and you have to pick a membership level. It does not matter which one it is. But as you pick a membership level, you will get a product package for whatever membership level you come in at. And then from there, you go into the back office, you click a button, you become an independent reseller of the IT product. I know this sounds complicated. It really isn't. As we come in and click the button, we become an independent reseller of the IT product, and OnPassive can pay us. That really is all. That's what all that's about. That's it. Which brings us to the pay program. The pay program, there was a pay program out there for probably a year and a half. And it was a pay program that I had explained in the past. And it was extremely powerful. I mean, the numbers, if that's all it was, I would have been completely happy with it because there was a ton of money to be made there. But the pay program of OnPassive is not quite that. And Ash Mufareh does not want us to talk about the pay program until we launch to the world this year, 2020. It is proprietary. He does not want us to talk about the pay program. So I can't talk about the numbers of OnPassive. I wish I could, but I can't. But I can kind of explain how we're going to get paid in OnPassive. And as you look at OnPassive, think of yourself as a salesperson. And you've gone out and you've made a half a dozen sales in a month. In that month period, you're going to get paid for those sales. Here's how it works with OnPassive. OnPassive is going to go to the automated marketing platform. They're going to take one of the tools, which is traffic, and they're going to start to drive traffic. We already know that the traffic of OnPassive, it is massive. So they're going to start to drive traffic, and they're going to bring in customers for us. They're going to sell the products of OnPassive, and they're going to bring customers in for us. So instead of you going out and making a sale, OnPassive is going to make sales for you. And as those sales land underneath you, you're going to get paid for that volume. And I get the response occasionally, well, that's nice, but maybe they give me 3, 4, 5 sales. I get paid a little bit, but it's not that much money. That's just wrong. When we think about the millions of people that are going to be coming in because of the products of OnPassive, those millions and millions of people are going to be coming underneath all of us, and we get paid for that volume. This will set you free. The products of OnPassive, because OnPassive is primarily a customer-based business, there will be exponentially more customers coming into OnPassive than there will be individuals participating with OnPassive. And when we look at the sheer volume that's going to be coming in, if you've come in, become a founder, paid the $97, and then come in and pick one of the membership levels, you are in a unique position to take advantage of everything of OnPassive. Now let's talk about those individuals that come in and bring a team just very, very quickly. If you're a founding member and you start to build a team, it really is like having a massive territory, and you just need people to help you with that territory. It's the same concept. OnPassive is going to drive traffic for you and your team. And as they drive traffic for you and your team, you get paid not only for the volume that lands underneath you, but the volume that lands underneath your team. So there's some real tangible benefits to building a team as we wait for the launch of OnPassive. But again, it's not necessary. This is a completely automated system. And if you do nothing else but come in and participate, you're in a great position to take care of that bottom line and actually start building residual income. That's where we all want to be. I'm going to talk about a couple of more things before I get off. Number one, I want to talk about another product, just to give you an idea of the volume that OnPassive is going to be doing. And I want to talk about a webinar service. Now with OnPassive, they have a communication module, and it's massive. I believe it'll take over the online communication ecosystem as it comes out, but I'm just going to talk about the webinar service. Today, we're doing a webinar with Zoom, and Zoom is one of the big dogs on the block. They have about 200 million people doing a Zoom every single day. That's really, really big. I don't know how many people pay for that, but it's in the millions, tens of millions of people. As OnPassive launches to the world and they bring their Zoom out, and it's really, really difficult to even talk about the two in the same sentence because OnPassive is so superior that as OnPassive launches to the world and their Zoom is available for those individuals that use a Zoom service, and there are 25 other platforms that have a webinar platform on them. But with Zoom, as OnPassive launches to the world, I believe within a year's time, I'm not sure Zoom will even be in business. That's how good this webinar service is. There are so many applications that you don't get with Zoom. It is just going to blow people away. And people are like me, they're like you. If they can find a better mousetrap, they're going to use it. And the OnPassive webinar service is so superior to what we're looking at today. It's just going to be fun to see what happens. But I believe that the millions of customers that are in the Zoom webinar service today will come into OnPassive. I believe we will take such a market share, not only away from Zoom, but the other 25 platforms that are out there. I believe with this one tool, OnPassive could be a unicorn company by the end of the year. That's with one product. And a unicorn company is a company that has a value of $1 billion. Most companies would die for that, absolutely die for that, to be a unicorn company in 1 year. That's one tool of OnPassive. OnPassive has about 36 to 40 tools, all of them as good as the webinar service, all of them designed to take market share away from anybody that's in that particular niche. I believe because of what Ash and his team have done with the tools, and it's really, really important to understand, OnPassive is primarily a customer-based business, and the tools is what drives the customers. But I believe with the products of OnPassive, with the tools of OnPassive, as OnPassive launches to the world this year, I believe day one or shortly thereafter, it will be a unicorn company. This, again, shows the sheer volume that OnPassive is going to be doing. All of that volume goes underneath us as individuals coming in and participating, becoming a founder and independent reseller of the IT product. All of this volume goes underneath. That's how we get paid. This is really, really exciting stuff once you understand what's happening. Ash, about, I don't know, maybe it's been a week now, he had a meeting with some of his bankers, some of his money people. And one of the bankers had a question for Ash, and I thought this was really, really pertinent for me. And the banker sat down with Ash and he said, you know, Ash, I believe, seeing what we're seeing, we know what OnPassive is going to be. We know what's going to happen as it launches. And I believe you're probably going to be one of the richest people in the world, if not the richest person in the world. And my question for you is, why would you share that? And Ash was a little taken back. And obviously the banker was wondering why Ash would share the wealth with us, the founding members of OnPassive. And Ash, as he kind of thought about it just a second, he looked at the banker, leaned forward, and he said, well, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I want to help people out? Why wouldn't I want to help people take care of that bottom line? Why wouldn't I want to change the world financially if I can do that? Why wouldn't I want to do that? And of course, the banker didn't have a response because he's a banker and bankers don't give anything away. But it really showed me the heart of Ash Mufareh. It showed me the heart of OnPassive. Ash, as he started to develop OnPassive and put it together, one of his main goals was to turn the 97% of the people that come online and fail and turn that around and make it 97% of the people that come online succeed. And for Ash, it's just a second nature now. Why wouldn't he share the wealth with us? There is so much money to be made in OnPassive. Ash doesn't want it all. He doesn't even want the lion's share. He wants to change the world. He wants to help people take care of those financial burdens. He wants individuals to get financial residual walkaway money. This is a really exciting time because we have an Ash Mufareh that actually wants to work with us, and he considers us, the founding members, he considers us partners. That's a really, really cool thing. Okay, I'm going to end with one last thing, and it shows the real genius behind OnPassive. And if you're new and you get this, this is really, really powerful. I believe 80% of the people that come into OnPassive will be customers. They'll come in to use the tools because they're superior. They'll have no problem paying a monthly fee. They've got a large budget and they're going to pay it. And they're going to do it because it makes their work easier. It makes their bottom line easier. That bodes really, really well for us because as they come in, use the tools and pay a monthly fee, that makes our income residual income. I believe 80% of the people coming into OnPassive will do that because of the superiority of the tools. But there's another group of people out there, it's about 20% of the people, and it's a little different for them. They just don't have the budget the 80% have. And they're always wondering at the end of the month, can I continue to pay and use these tools? They're going to come in and use the tools. They're going to love them and they're going to pay the monthly fee. But that's always in the back of their mind. Can I pay next month? Here's what Ash has done. This is absolutely genius. Ash has come in, and as these individuals come in and use the tools, over time, the cost of those tools go down. Over time, the cost of those tools are zero. And over time, OnPassive is going to pay them to use the tools. Now, when that registers, and when it hit me, I went, not only am I in the right place, OnPassive will never lose a customer, ever. They will never lose a customer because their customer truly is royalty. And Ash has done this through the whole ecosystem. It's just absolutely genius what he's done for the customers of OnPassive and obviously for the founding members of OnPassive. As you look at OnPassive, you're going to have more questions, but keep this simple. Keep the 4 concepts that I talked about earlier: self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customer is king, and then add the volume to that. If you understand those 5 things, you will have found a home and your life is going to change this year as OnPassive launches to the world 2020. That's when it's scheduled. It is going to change things in ways you never even thought of. But most importantly, it's going to give you that freedom and liberty, that financial freedom that we're all looking for to actually live the lifestyle we want to live. This is OnPassive. Ash has made it for you and I. And when you see it, I know you're going to be in, and you're going to have one hell of a ride in the next 6 months to a year, moving forward for decades. It's just going to be a really, really good ride for everybody. Marty, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and yeah, take it wherever you want, Marty.
Thanks, Mike. As I said, he gives a good presentation. I can't, much better than me. A couple of different ways to look at what Mike just said. Zoom, for example, a year ago, they were worth $19 billion, which is a huge company. It's huge. With all the stuff going on in the world, 1 year later, they're worth $129 billion. They picked up $110 billion in value in 12 months. The owner of Zoom made $3 billion in 1 day. That market share alone that OnPassive is going to gobble up, and it's going to gobble it up because it's better. That's all you got to do is be better. And there's high demand for webinars. There's high demand for everything that Ash and his team has created. It's a big deal. But keep in mind, of all the stuff going in your head right now, it's automated. Automated, automated, automated. You don't have to do anything. You are paying the company to make you successful. and the money is coming out of the profits that you made from the company that made you successful. Okay, I know that's crazy as it can get, but it's beautiful. The money you make is going to pay for you to make more money. It's that simple. But keep in mind, everybody works together. If you want to build a team, like Mike said, you don't want to go to your brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts. They already think you're crazy. Okay, I've done that. They think I'm nuts. Well, I see the smiles on your face. Nobody wants to do that. But there are pages made by OnPassive that you can send them and ask their opinion. Which one do you think has more, impact? And they can come to the Zoom like this and listen to other people talk about it. Because always with family, somebody else has more credibility than you do. But anyway, that's what we do. And a lot of people are building teams, some aren't. It's okay. If you're stuck in the middle of somebody that's building a team, guess what? You are building a team, you just don't know it. Because everybody's going to be successful. And everything that Dan Street does, or Marina does, or Mike does, or Red, or everybody here does, it impacts everybody else. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm going to go to Red Redford. He does all the Q&A. He does the hard stuff behind the scenes. Red, what do we got? Anything?
Hey, how you doing, Marty? Very quiet tonight. People are obviously asking a few questions, but nothing major tonight. Some of the founders have already been in and haven't got anybody in their team. They've got a few invitees, etc. They're a little bit worried that when we get to the launch, they are not going to be in a good place. Now, this is for everybody here, whether you are a founder or you're looking at this. We keep saying the same things, and you really need to believe what we're saying. This is 100% done for you. If you have got nobody in your team when we launch, you are still in a fantastic place because the company is going to market for you. You do not have to do anything. If you want to cut that time frame down, share this business, share it. It's a fantastic company to share, but it doesn't mean to say you're going to get left behind. Nobody gets left behind in OnPassive. Everybody makes the money. So there is nothing to worry about whatsoever. So please bear that in mind. And that's about all I've got for you, Marty.
Unbelievable, Red. You had an easy job today. Another thing I want to tell you about.
Well, I actually did reply to 151 people in between all that.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you a raise then. Anyway, another thing about what date you start and where you're at and where your location is, I'll tell you what I believe. I believe you could start 6 months from now and be in a great, great position. Okay? I believe you can start 6 months from now and make more money than you've ever made online. That's what I believe. So if you're here now, you're doing pretty darn good, and it's only going to get better. Let me tell you, 2 years to get to 100,000 founders. 3 months to get up to another 130,000. Figure it out. Where are you at? When's the best time to start? Right now. Right now. Simple. Start now. And for 97 bucks, you're going to kick yourself in the butt if you don't do it. I'll tell you right now. And this is a fact. After this launches, which is scheduled for this year, and if you look at October 13th, not a lot of year left, there will be no openings for founders minimum of 3 years. Minimum, and maybe never. Just so you know, maybe never. I'm going to ask, before I turn it over to Marina, Dan, do you have anything?
Well, yeah, just real quick, in addition to all of the founders that are here today and all of the potential founders that are looking at this as an opportunity, I would just say, we're all having a lot of fun doing this as well. We have developed so many wonderful relationships with people all over the world, and we're seeing leaders, a lot of you people say, well, I can't do this, and I've never been a recruiter, and I don't know how to share this with people. Well, it kind of happens automatically, and as Red said, you don't really have to do that. but you're going to learn so much just by getting involved in this culture, this community, this business, and seeing how transparent the owner and founder, Ash Mufara, is with this business. There's no pre-qualifications to get into this. You don't have to recruit. It's a very, very transparent business, and the owners are very transparent. And like I said, we're having a lot of fun, and we're having a lot of fun developing a lot of relationships. And a lot of you out there work full time, just like me, and you say you don't have time for this. Well, let me tell you something. I work 8 hours a day, and I come home and I'm so excited about this business because it is real. They are real products. It is a real company, and it is going to go viral worldwide the minute it launches, and in over 200 countries. And that's something you really want to take into consideration if you're looking at a business. Are they worldwide? Are they registered and licensed in all of these countries that they're talking about? Or are they just a one country deal and they've got one product? No, this is the real deal, and I would encourage everybody to take a look at this for $97. You won't regret it. That's all I have, Marty.
Beautiful. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, and really, I mean, you know, people say, oh, I don't want to share. The people that told me they're marketers didn't hardly bring anybody in. The ones that said, oh, I don't like marketing, they got huge teams. Why? They're just sharing it, right? You see a good movie, you share it. Difference is MGM doesn't send you a check. But I mean, you share something when you're excited over it. That's all. I hate the word recruit and all that. I mean, you don't need to do that. And plus, like Red said, you don't have to do anything really. You're paying the company to build an empire for you. So right now, I'd like to introduce Marina. She's a big leader in South Africa. She has many, many people that follow her. I found out about her from, I don't know how many, 20, 30 different people told me about her. And she has some guests here today, and it's only appropriate that Marina introduces her guests. Anyway, Marina, it's all yours.
Thank you, Marty. It was a great presentation tonight, Mike, because, every time I listen, there's little nuggets that, you might have heard them before, but finally the penny drops. So that's why I always encourage people. It doesn't matter whether you've attended 1 or 1,000 of these webinars. The more you attend, the more you're going to learn, and you're going to retain that information, because our brains are visual. We like to, if you're hearing somebody speaking, you remember that person talking about this topic a lot easier than if you had to read something, for example. I was reading up about that yesterday, and why video is so important. So, and that is also why Ash Mufara has asked us to do videos, to tell people why we've joined, because when people see it, they can relate to you a lot easier, because it almost feels like they know you, and whatever your story is, you just don't know who is going to say, wow, that's exactly why I would want to join, or that's exactly my situation. So that is why we have these guests. And I'm so honored today to welcome Comfort from Southern Cameroon, but she currently lives in the UK. Charles Asong from originally Cameroon, but he lives in the USA. And then Chandra, he is in the USA, but I always say ladies first. But before I move on to Comfort, I am going to just show you, I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. There we go. That is live. So it's probably not very clear, but that is a live board, a dashboard in our GoFounders. We currently, as we were on this meeting, we'd already had about 5 or 6 people join from the time I logged in. 230,547 founding members. I mean, so right now, people are signing up around the world. This is truly global. We had Nigeria, we had Spain, we had, I can't remember now. I think it was India. There was people from everywhere, and OnPassive is just that. We are truly global. And Ash says, it doesn't matter what origin, what creed, what race you are. We are all one in OnPassive, and no one is better than the next. Whether you are a builder like Ken Rousseau, who's got a massive team, he saw the vision right in the beginning. He's going to make so much money just in soft launch. And then there's those that are so passionate about it, but they just have no idea how to get people to sign up under them. Not a problem. OnPassive is going to do it for all of us. And if you want to help and assist them just sort of move along quicker, that's all it's going to do. If you have a team under you, it's just going to help the system get you earning a lot quicker. But everyone will succeed in OnPassive. So I'm not going to speak much. I can't wait to hear from our special guests today. They're all looking so lovely. Comfort from Southern Cameroon and currently based in the UK. Take it over.
Okay, hello, kings and queens of OnPassive family. I greet you all. Can someone hear me, please? Can you hear and see me? I just
can try and speak a little louder, maybe, or come closer to the mic.
Let me see. Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear and see me now, please?
Yes, yeah, you're perfect.
Yes,
absolutely perfect.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. I greet you all OnPassive family members and prospects. Like Marina rightly says, my name is Comfort Comfort, and I come from the former British Southern Cameroons. I live here in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I'm so excited. First of all, thank you, the leadership team, for sending me an invitation to be here tonight. I'm very excited, and at the same time, very, very happy that I am sitting here to talk to my fellow brothers and sisters in the house. So where do I start from? Yeah, I'm Comfort. I'm married. I have children, and I live here. I have a bachelor's degree in modern letters, French and English, from the University of Cameroon. I equally have a diploma in general nursing obtained from Marine Hospital, Stuttgart, Germany. And equally, I hold a master's in health law and ethics obtained from Nottingham Trent University here in the United Kingdom. So why am I here tonight? You know, raising children, you know, as a mother and a career woman, raising children in this part of the world is normally a very tedious and challenging task. And of late, I've been thinking about getting something to do, like work from home and so on. I never knew where to start from. And until one day, sometime in June 2020, where Dr. Tata introduced my husband and myself to OnPassive. And to cut the long story short, I actually finally made the right decision to join OnPassive on the 19th of June 2020 with only about 98,000 members. And it's so amazing to watch it grow over 500,000 within just a very short period of time. So when I discovered that the OnPassive was a great treasure, more than what I thought it to be, I was so excited that I decided to make a review of it, to make an interpretation of it in Pidgin, which is a language that is mutually understood by the most parts of West Africa. And people have testified that it has been a useful tool getting to our people to understand and get registered. That makes me really happy about that. So before I go ahead, I would like to use this opportunity to extend my acknowledgement to the CEO for OnPassive, Mr. Ash Mufare. Whether he is here or not, I don't care. I'll speak as if he is here listening to me. I just want to say, Ash, you are a visionary, and of course, a great one, a man who really has people at heart. And I do really appreciate that. So from my perspective, leadership to me is servanthood. And you can see our leader, the CEO, he really lives it. I just I feel very comfortable when I come here. I see him crack jokes. He attends almost all the meetings. He sends apologies when he can't make it and all of those things. Or when he comes back to the meeting the next time, he brings updates. He works round the clock. That is really, really, and I think a character to emulate, and I really appreciate that. And I can't go without saying thank you to the great team that you are out there. You are doing a wonderful job. I just love and appreciate you all for working tirelessly to see that OnPassive really does happen. Moreover, if you ask me why I joined OnPassive, I actually discovered why I joined OnPassive when I was already inside. But I will say something that struck me, the person who caused me to actually take out $97 from my pocket to do it. Is sitting right here now with me. For some reason, I'm just excited. It's my brother Charles Osong. So when they presented it to me, I was not interested. I was like, these things have never been part of it. I don't know how they function. I don't even want to listen. So my husband bought the vision so quick. He registered. So when he attended one of the guest webinars, Mr. Charles Osong was speaking. And somebody asked a question when they opened a room for questions. Say, what if I spend this money to register and I lose it at some point? What am I going to do? And his answer was very simple. He says, I can assure you that it is going to be big money. It's going to be great. You cannot lose your money. But because you can never assure somebody 100%, then you would have lost only $102. I was like, okay, this sounds a bit too honest. So for that reason, let me just give it a benefit of doubt. But while inside, I now know what it is all about. And if I'm sitting here today, it's just to encourage someone, because the picture is big. I'm sorry, I'm not good at names. I would have loved to call this particular leader who said this. We have it even on YouTube. He says, if we think that the picture is big, let's think bigger. It's actually a big picture. And I do share in this vision. I believe in every word that our leaders come here and tell us. I believe in everything that Mr. Ash Mufare is telling us. And everybody is encouraged to actually join us if you have not been there again. When I received my letter of invitation, I saw the heading like a new paradigm shift. I said, well, I don't know what this means, but I will just have to go my way around it and say something. If I can't say anything relevant to this, I'll say what OnPassive means to me and I move on. And so to me, I understand when they say OnPassive, yeah, it's a new paradigm shift. Everybody understands, because definitely when OnPassive will finally be launched, it is going to render every other IT technology obsolete or old-fashioned. And so I had to look again and say, well, apart from that, what could this mean? What could this paradigm shift mean? Because there is more to it like this. It could equally mean something like change of mind, because change of mindset. Why? Because I think that OnPassive has come with many things that have affected one's way of thinking and one's way of doing things in one way or the other, especially the founding members, those of us who are already in it. We are following up everything. A lot of things we used to think otherwise about other things and other people. And this time around, what we have learned from the great family that we have here, we now think differently and we plan to do things another way that is going to affect people positively. So I want to believe that I think that even our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, can definitely, I think, agree with me that his mindset must have changed from the time before he started OnPassive and now that he is into it, given the challenges that he's going through and so on and so forth. And even you, the leadership team, I think someone would agree with me that your mindset would have changed in one way or the other. So OnPassive is a huge package, just like the topic itself. So you cannot afford not to be part of this. I just want to share, because I told you when I joined OnPassive, that is when I discovered why I joined. And I equally saw that my mindset has changed. Why? Because I was joining OnPassive thinking that, okay, now that I'm giving it a benefit of doubt, if it works well, I was planning to work from home anyway. Maybe this is the opportunity coming up so that I can better my life and the life of my family and have more time to take care of my children. But the mindset has changed. How? It is such a huge, big picture that I'm not thinking out of the box. What am I going to do with the figures that are only an example? Like I see when the pictures of the presentation of the compensation plan and so on and so forth. I said, what will I be doing with this kind of money? So I come from a country where a lot of things are going on. There is people are dying. People are living in forests. They don't have shelter. Children are being born in forests. They don't have clothing. There is no food. A lot is going on. People have fled from my country because there is war and they're seeking refuge. Over 200,000 in neighboring Nigeria. They live in the most inhumane conditions. People, about 150,000 people in my country are internally displaced because their homes have been burnt down. They are living on the streets, they are living in bushes, and so on and so forth. So I discovered that, okay, why am I here? I'm just here because these people, I need more than, because what I've been doing to support them was just nothing. But then this is the opportunity. I really do believe that OnPassive is true. And I believe that they are going to offer what they promise. And so right now, my family and myself, we are planning to create a non-for-profit NGO or foundation or whatever we want to call it, just because we want to take care of people who are really suffering. We want to reach out to people who are in dire need. They need shelter, they need food, they need medication, they need education, and things like that. So OnPassive has totally changed my life in such a way that I cannot explain. I am sharing, why am I telling you my story? Why am I telling you about my country? Because you might have been thinking otherwise. Because maybe you are still standing at the window and contemplating whether to step in or not. So while you are still out there and still asking yourself whether to be or not to be, I would like you to know that the time is very short. Any moment from now, it will be history that OnPassive used to have open doors for people to get a lifetime position just for $97. So if you have been talked to about OnPassive, it is the right time now to make a decision, because you will never forget. Actually, I sent out a video yesterday on my YouTube channel with the title, "There is more to OnPassive than money." Because in OnPassive, I have found a family, I have found love, I have found compassion, and I have found respect. This is something that nobody can take away from me, because I feel very comfortable when I sit here. And I'm tempted to say, somebody can actually bear or agree with me that OnPassive is actually breaking beyond racism or racist boundaries. That is why you could hear words like brother, sister, friend, and so on, flying from one location to the other, and so on and so forth, confirmed or authenticated with the smiles, beautiful smiles on the faces. So OnPassive is actually just a place to be. If you are still thinking about it, hurry up before it gets too late. If you are already in it, you are very welcome. You took just the right decision. You will never regret anything. Join in, and believe you me, like I said yesterday in my video, I said, you can only understand OnPassive better when you are within, because we have a wealth of information out there. So there is nothing to regret about OnPassive. I feel very comfortable. I feel very happy. I feel so good that I am a member of, it's just a privilege that I've had to have an opportunity to be a blessing to some other person. There is nothing that can surpass that kind of a thing in my life. So I feel really happy, and I'm thanking you for the opportunity to listen to me. Thank you once again. And we are all in it to win it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Comfort, that was absolutely lovely. We can hear your passion. I actually thought that you've been in it since July 2018. You know, you speak like a true believer, and really you come from a place of confidence that you know that you're in the right place, and you know what you're wanting to do, your vision that you're wanting to help others. That's exactly what OnPassive is all about. We want to feed the hungry and clothe the, you know, clothe the home, shelter and clothe the homeless. We're wanting to, everyone's got that same heart. So it's just incredible that you can do that, you wanting to do that. And it just shows you, I don't know the history. I don't know everyone's why. I did watch your video. I thought it was fantastic. And I can see that people relate from West Africa. They definitely relate to the way you speak. And it's the first time I'd heard of Pidgin is when I saw your videos in the past. It's the first time. So yes, we are learning. For every day we're learning something new. And, you know, even though we might not be earning right now, believe me, the knowledge is powerful, and it's worth so much more, because you are learning from people like this, from all over the world, from, you know, you're making friends that you never dreamed possible. And, you know, when you come in with the right heart and the same heart as our CEO, and it's just that it filters through us, you know, it's that ripple effect that just goes through the whole world. As you said, you know, no race. So it's no origin, no race, and no creed. everyone is equal in OnPassive, and we do encourage you. So thank you, Comfort. It was really, really lovely. We wish you all the best in your journey. And thank you to Dr. Tata for introducing you, and to Charles Song for confirming your why. Really, really blessed. I'm going to move on to Chandra now, and we'll end with Charles' song because he is also a true leader in Africa. So Chandra from the USA, Ash Mufara always teases him and says he's looking for a wife, but he confirmed that he wasn't. He first wants to make his wealth and be ready to start a family, but he's only 29 years old, and by the time he's 30, 31, he's going to be a multi-millionaire because he's got a wonderful team. He's growing every day right across the world. So over to you, Chandra. I'm going to keep quiet now before I say something that I'm going to regret.
Thanks a lot, Marina. Thanks a lot. And I want to say thanks to Mike and Red and Marty DeGarmo. He's absolutely here. And we met all of, like we met on Facebook, on other social media. But basically now we are a OnPassive family here. And we have met in multiple webinars with Mufare and other webinars. So I'm glad to be here, and I have been involved in this business. Like I got an opportunity back in 2018, October, and I'm in this company, I mean in this business, in this family since 2018, and I have been loving this journey. But due to some kinds of like personal reasons, I had to focus on my life and to focus on to fulfill my American dreams. You know, American dream is like very crazy dreams. It's not about what Mufare was teasing about finding a wife or a lady. It's more way than that. That's super easy here. I mean, but having an American dream, born and raised in India, after coming to this country, the land of Lord, the land of opportunity, the land of law, whatever we call it, this is the land of God, the land of opportunity. So I got this opportunity back in 2018, and I was like shocked, but I didn't know anything about this business. Anything. What is this? I was just like a newborn baby on internet. I didn't even know how to use Facebook at that point, because I was just literally like from a small village, from a small family in India, and I got like it was my first phone. When I came to America, I bought it. So the gentleman, he introduced me. He said like, "Hey Chandra, do you want to throw $100 here?" I said, "What is that?" He said, "I don't know what business is this, but I'm sure that you're going to make some money here." I said, "Okay." Then I got myself, my family, my everyone. Like I was like, okay, if we are going to make some extra money, why not just like get 3, 4, 5 like. So I got my father, my mom, myself. They don't even know anything. They don't even know about A for English, whatever is there, ABCD in English. But they are in OnPassive since 2018. So, and as also I'm a hotelier. I'm in a hotel industry now. Since 2013, I've joined this industry. So now I can see my future, that I have got my 2 weeks notice in my hand, that once we are launched, we are live, I'm going to give that to my employer that, hey, good luck with your job. And I'm walking to the Wall Street pretty soon. So thanks to Mufare, and thanks to our OnPassive family. And we are all helping each other here. So I see there are lots of Indians here, and also if you are from Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, or some like neighbor countries, Afghanistan, I can help you literally out in your own language. So I can help you in multiple languages. So I will love to help you out and love to explain you. And I just did a webinar with a lady in Canada. She's not even in my team, but we are a family. So we are helping each other here. It's not about building a team. We are all building OnPassive. We are building one family here. So if you are from there, and if you need any help, just come to me on any social media or get my contact number. I love to talk. I don't like to chat. So I will be pleased to help you out. And thanks for everyone, and thanks to Mufare to getting me on call today. And it's my pleasure to be here, and we will talk. I think Mike has already explained a lot about all these tools and softwares and applications that we will be having pretty soon. So I don't want to add anything there. Thank you, Mike, and thanks everyone. Thanks, Marina. Love you all.
Thank you, Chandra. That was lovely. You're looking very smart tonight, eh?
Thank
Um,
you.
yes, I know. You obviously, I think you're talking about Claudia. She's also none of these
Yes.
people. You know, we're all friends. We've made friends, but no one's in my team. You know, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter whose team you're in. We are all one, and we help each other, and we help. You know, we encourage everyone. We just want to see everyone. Not a matter of see them succeed. We are going to succeed. All of us will, but we want to make sure they understand, you know, the magnitude of this business and how wonderful it is and how it's going to help you and your family succeed. So it's really awesome that I'm glad that your family listened to you. My family said, scam. Not interested. Thank you. They didn't even bother looking. Yeah, so good luck with that. You're very lucky to have your family listen to you, as Modi was saying. The family thinks you're crazy because you this and then you're in that, whatever, and no one believes you. But that's why these are important. There's no way OnPassive is a scam. Gosh, it is a large enterprise as we speak today. So it's really fantastic. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the success, Chandra, and continue. He's got a wonderful heart, and he's so friendly, and he knows his numbers as well. So if you need to speak to him about numbers, yeah, it actually blows me away when I speak to him, when you realize, oh my gosh, is this what I'm going to be earning? Yeah, he's worked it out and he does it in his head. So yeah, he's a real little guru when it comes to numbers. Thank you very much. I'm now going to bring Charles in. Sorry, yes, Chandra?
Yes, I said you have to be crazy to achieve something in life. Like the family I belong at, I was literally crazy. Like in Indian word, they call it like pagal, like a mad person. Like I was literally from my childhood, I have been talking about numbers. Like, okay, if you know the gentleman, he's one of the top entrepreneur, like a businessman called Ambani, Mr. Ambani. So from my childhood, I have been calculating his numbers, like how much money he has, how much money he makes an hour, how much money he makes in per second. Like if you see Jeff Bezos, he's making 3,300 something dollar every second. There is a guy, if you know the click funnel, everyone knows here click funnel. The guy Russell Brunson, he makes $15,000 an hour, every single hour. His income is $15,000. So my mind, like it calculates automatically. Like I'm pretty good in math, but my father wants to be a doctor but I was like, no, I'm not good in all this like scissors and all those stuff. But now I'm baking and staking steaks and all those stuff. So so I mean, you have to be crazy to achieve something in life. If you are not crazy, you're not gonna get anywhere. So this is my point. Thank you, Marina. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure. No, that's true. We have to be a little bit crazy, or else he who risks nothing is nothing and becomes nothing. We have to take that risk. And just to add to what you were saying, Comfort, earlier about the money that, you know, what sort of risk you're paying. Yes, if you're paying with credit card or MasterCard, it's $102 or last $97. But it's 30-day money back guarantee. You get in, you've got 30 days to take a look, you know, really throw yourself in to the back office, watch the previous webinars, be part of what's happening in our community. And if after 30 days you say, I'm not interested, which you would be local, as some people say, or crazy, if you say no. So yes, it's nobody, no one, no business that I've ever been in will offer you a 30-day money back guarantee if you're not happy. So yes, you know, Ash has really thought about everything and it's phenomenal. Okay, let's move on to Charles. I think, you know, Charles we work very closely together with the African continent. Even though he lives in the USA, his heart is for Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, everyone in Africa. And the way he explains and does a presentation is phenomenal. So if you join, once you join, you know, there's also, he does guest webinars as well. He also does webinars for founders. If you have a language barrier or whatever, that it just seems to, the way he speaks makes you understand. And you'll see now when he starts speaking what I'm talking about. And I'm really honored to have him here today. He is a true leader and well respected right across Africa and beyond. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Marina. I really appreciate your efforts. By the way, Marina is also from South Africa. We're all like brothers and sisters. and we belong to the same Telegram group. And like she says, we work very closely in my webinars and some of the webinars that I do quite a bit. But I'm a private person. So I've been in the United States for over 35 years, originally from Cameroon. But I do have connections. I do have connections back in Nigeria, Ghana, all over Africa. So I've been in the marketing business, affiliate marketing, all kinds of stuff with an IT background, by the way. I'm a retired IT professional. I know that's a broad field, but I've been in almost every discipline in that field. And so I retired just about 3.5 years ago, just to focus on residual income, passive residual income. I love that. So, you know, because I've done those other things, I've had a lot of experience. I've been in almost every MLM affiliate marketing program that there is out there. And as a matter of fact, just like Marty said, some 17, 18 months ago, he thought, you know, he was gonna stop. So I actually put an end to it because I got tired of bringing people to different programs. Yes, I'll make some money, but they end up not making any money. And that's a problem that most of us leaders have, okay? So I started creating rules, putting, you know, kind of feeling forward, thinking what's wrong? How can I make it better? Unless I see something that everybody that I bring will make money, I won't do it again. Because I can always go back to IT. I can always do whatever I want to do and make money. So around 2017 or so, most of us online business or online marketers would jump into cryptocurrencies, okay? We're making a lot of money, have people come with us. Some of us make money, and at the end, a lot of people lost money. So I started looking at reasons why. Why do people lose money? How come, you know? So the first rule that I made to myself, before I ever get to another company, and OnPassive meets all of this, okay? Before I get to a company, I am going to find out, will I make money if I do not recruit? If I cannot sign even one person or sell to one person, can I still make money? And I mean real money, right? Not chop change, real money. So that question was answered when my very good friend brought OnPassive to me. It was late February 2019, actually. The first question I wanted to know was, am I going to make money if I don't sell to anybody? And not because of me, because I can recruit, I can sell. It's because of the people. So I'm looking from the eyes of the people. If the answer is yes, then we can move forward. If the answer is no, I don't even want to hear it. I'm done. Okay? So now for OnPassive, it was a flying yes. Okay? Then I went to question number 2. Do I need to come out of pocket month in, month out? They call it auto ship in the industry. Do I need to pay auto ship, monthly auto ship? If the answer is yes, I'm out of it. Because I know our people are going to have problems. See, so I'm looking from the eyes of the people. So OnPassive passed that again in flying colors. Now I have a third question, and that third question came about because I was doing very well with all these cryptocurrency business, investment businesses, and all of a sudden, they all took a nosedive. So I had to look at it. I said, what's going on here? And I found out that none of them had a legitimate, viable product. So by legitimate, I mean legal. Okay? Viable, I mean necessary. So, and that's for sustainability. So all these different companies were not sustainable. It's that simple. Well, OnPassive has everything that you need, especially in this digital age. Today, the world is going virtual, so everything is digital, right? So OnPassive has all this and more in one umbrella. So OnPassive meets all 3 of these conditions in flying colors, thanks to Mr. Ash Mofara. And I tell everybody, the only reason that OnPassive can do this is because of traffic. And OnPassive is the only company that I know will bring traffic to you, give you customers, and then pay you on top of that. It doesn't happen anyway. Okay, so I want to thank Mr. Mofara for even the conceptualization of this whole business. I want to thank all the leadership team, Mike Ellis, Maddie, all these guys. You guys are doing YouTube videos, Facebook, Marina. Okay, for me, I've always done what we call belly to belly initially, right? People that I know. And that's why it meant so much to me, because all these people are people that I know. Why am I going to bring them someplace and they end up not making money, and they look at me and say, well, Charles, you misled me, right? So I started doing private Zoom. Once I saw all these 3 factors were there, I said, okay, now I can get my people in. That's it. So I started doing these private Zooms. In fact, at one point in time, I was doing twice a day. I was doing 11 webinars a day. A week, sorry. 11 webinars every week. Okay. Now I even do French webinars. I have a couple of leaders that help me out with the French. I'm from Cameroon. It's a bilingual country. I cannot speak French as much as the French-speaking Cameroonians, but I can understand everything in French, and I can speak some French. So I get those who speak better than me. We do webinars together. I help in Q&A, okay? Because we want to bring everybody. So my goal is to help as many people in the world, especially Africans. Just like Comfort said earlier, we have a lot of suffering people in Africa. Help them, empower them. So together, we can make Africa a better place. That's my why. And I want to thank you all for putting it out there. I want to thank Mr. Mofara. I want to thank Marina for being so active in our community. I believe together we can be a very, very good force. So thank you all. And if you guys are out there and thinking about this, and you're here for the first time, I want to say this. Ignorance on fire is more rewarding than knowledge on ice. What does that mean? That means come in with your $97, be making money or building your team as you learn. Because like Mike always says, that's going to cut time frames. That's going to make you earn money much, much faster. And by the way, like Marina just said, you have 30 days. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. You cannot beat that. It's that simple. So thank you all, guys. Jump on board. We are family. And above all, once you come in, like Comfort says, the heart of the company, the friendliness. It's not about money for me anymore. It's about empowering others and working in this big family, okay? So thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. Hopefully together we'll make the world a better place.
Thank
Yes.
you. Charles, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. You know, I know that you've got a lot of your team and a lot of followers watching you tonight, and you've made them really proud. You've made me proud. All of you have. And, you know, this is just a really, really fantastic opportunity. It's actually almost embarrassing to say everyone that joins OnPassive will become a millionaire, because, you know, we're just thinking right the year and now and what we're wanting to do. But when OnPassive launches and we start living the reality, you know, we're already living the reality of what it can be. But once it launches and we start earning and we start seeing our dreams come true and our goals and aspirations being fulfilled, wow, you know, we just all on that same wave. We're riding that wave, and it's a beautiful wave. And it's just going to keep going. You know, there is just no way that you cannot succeed with OnPassive, not just with money, but with community, with a sense of helping, a serving heart for everyone. So thank you very much. I know we've gone over the hour. Marty, I'm going to give it back to you. This is going to be recorded, and it will be posted onto YouTube, but you can get a hold of your founders that's invited you. Yeah, your guests, and the guests can watch it. I will have it on my group as well. So thank you so much to everyone. Over to you, Marty. Bye from me.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Charles, thank you very much. Outstanding. And Comfort, you were a comfort. Okay. No doubt. And
Thank you.
Sandra, I've seen you before. Just make sure you invite me to your wedding when you do get married. Anyway, thanks everybody. I hope everybody got what they came for. I'm sure most of you are going, oh my gosh, what did I just watch? But like Charles said, learn as you go. Pay and get in and find out. It's only going to get better. So if you think it's great now, it's only going to get better. Trust me. Anyway, I'll see you all until the next time. God bless everybody, and we're all in it to win it. This will be recorded, be on YouTube. Marina, I'll make sure you get a copy of it anyway. So.
Thank you. I always find it. Thank
All
you.
right. See you.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Peace all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.